Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to make things wiggly. So if you watched my other tutorial, I have this hat on. This hat doesn't move, but now it does. So I'm going to show you how to go from this to this. You will need Unity. So for this project, I'm using Unity 2019.4, and you're just going to create a 3D project. I'm just going to call this Wiggly. That's basically what I'm doing. Why does this take so long to open? I don't know, to be honest with you. Like, as you can see, I've made my ears really wiggly. I've made the hat wiggly. I've added physics to this little hamster on my head. This is good for if you've got accessories from Booth that are made for VR chat models, but you want to use it just in VC Face for VTubing in general. This is not a tutorial for making things wiggly for VR chat. This is for if you're just a VTuber and you're using something like VC Face, V9 or something, just to add a little physics to it. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to want to import a package. Yeah, you're going to want to install the Uni VRM package. I will link that down below where you can install it. This is just so you can import your VRM file. So it's going to come up with a bunch of things. You just click import. It does take a while. It always takes a while. So when that's imported, you're going to have a new thing up the top that says VRM. And you're just going to click on that, go down to Uni VRM, and then click import. And then you're going to find wherever your VTuber is stored in your files. Then you're going to import them into the Unity thing. So it's going to come up with this and just press save. Don't change the location, just press save. So once you've imported your VTuber model, you're going to be able to see it in your assets part. So what you're going to do is you're just going to drag it into the scene and it's just going to appear. And then what you're going to do is you're going to import the accessory that you want to add. Alright, so I'm going to show you how to do it with this hat. I'm going to link this hat in the description because I think this one's really hard to find. So what you're going to do is you're just going to download it. And then you are going to take this zip file, put it into another folder and then extract it. And it should give you a Unity package. So when you extract it, it should come up with the Unity package, which you can either drag and drop into Unity, or you can right click, import package, custom package, and then the Unity package. And just click import if it comes up with a menu, and then all of this should be here. So to add this hat, you're going to want to right click on this, select open prefab asset, and you're going to want to drag this file wherever you want it to be attached to. So I want this hat to be attached to her head. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find where it says J_bip_C_head. Like all the main bones are done like that. So J something head. And then you're going to want to drag it into there. So that's where you want it to be. As you can see, it is massive and also not in the right place. So what I'm going to do is over here, I'm going to scale it down. You just mess around with the scaling, to be honest, so it fits. And you're just going to drag it down so it's in the right place. You can use right click to pan to the side, see if it fits sideways too. This is how I want it to be, but I want it to be a bit bigger than that. Alright, how does that look? Oh wow, that's a bit too big. That's alright with me. So I'm gonna rename this because she's already got a hat. So what you're gonna want to do is rename all of the things inside here, purely because if you try and export it, it will tell you that you have duplicate bones and it won't let you export it. Right now, so that's all renamed. And if you export this now and you try and use it, it is just going to stay static. And you're not going to want that. It's, as the example I showed you at the beginning, it's not going to move. So to make it move, what you're going to do is you're going to click Add Component. And you're going to search for VRM Spring Bone. Once you find it, you're just going to add it. And you're going to select the drop-down menu saying Root Bones. And you're going to want to set the size to how many bones you want. So if you can see on this, where it's got all these little boxes, these are the bones. So I want the tails, in quotation marks, to move. So as you can see, there are 6 bones in each tail. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 12. Set the size to 12. It's going to come up with 12 little things. What you're going to do is you're just going to drag each and every single little bone into there. No worries if you set the size too big, too small, because you can always change the size at any moment. Now that that's done, you're going to change the stiffness force to whatever you want. So I personally put mine on 0.8 because I want mine to wiggle a lot. None of the rest of it really matters. Like the center and stuff. Doesn't really matter. So now that you're done with that, what you're going to do is you're going to back out of that using the back arrow. Select this, go to your VRM, Uni VRM thing again, and click Export Humanoid. Just click Export Humanoid, just change the title to like, and change it to Hat Mirror. You can export it, put it wherever you usually put it. And then to test this out, what you're going to do is you're just going to open VC Face. I've got VC Face open. Go to Avatar Selection as usual. Import your avatar. And it should just be here. And it wiggles. And you can see I've not put the hat on very well, but you can always just go back into Unity and change the positioning of it. And also if you want to add wiggles to things that already exist, for example, like I want to make her ears wiggle maybe, you open the prefab asset as usual, and then scroll all the way down and click on secondary. And then as you can see, there's a load of spring bone scripts already here. You've just got to find the ones that are the bones that you want. So for example, her ears are going to be where it says cat ears, and you can literally just change the stiffness force. So if I want to make them super wiggly, I'm just going to put them to 0.08. And then when you export it, the ears should be super wiggly, which I will show. Don't know if you can see, look, her ears are super freaking wobbly now. You can apply this to many different items as long as they've got bones. Some things just don't come with bones and they're just not made. Usually if you go on Booth and you search for the ones that are made for VR chat, they will always have bones because they are expected to put dynamic bones on them, but the VRM spring bones still work. I made this tutorial because I can only find tutorials on dynamic bones, and also someone in the last video suggested it. If you need any help, just leave a comment. See you in the next tutorial.